and I'm talking and I'm talking again and I'm talking and it's hello everybody. And I need a set of headphones. Here are a set of headphones. Plug these straight into camera. And by camera, microphone. You know, when I was sitting there replaying that in my head going, did I really just call this the camera?
Yes,
that is ridiculous.
Yes, you did.
Bang, bang. There we go. There we go. Product placement. There we go. Yeah.
There you go.
Just like a blogger. There you go.
It's terrifying. What?
I do not get scared. You take that back and don't you tell anybody lies.
Okay.
I'm a big tough man.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I guess I'm already started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lacquer Pour number 3. My name is Danny. This is my wife, Hillary, and I have an art project for you today. It is a lacquer pour of like $1,000 worth of high-end lacquer, and so had me really nervous the whole time. Hope you like it.
Enjoy.
All right, so I start off with a tape dam. Learned some lessons from my first go-rounds about how to keep my paint on my board. I do have some basic pattern ideas about how I want to separate colors. Honestly, I had no idea how this was going to turn out. I knew I had a bunch of black and a bunch of gray, and I was going to separate it out with a bunch of brighter colors at opposite ends of the spectrum. And I went from there. I put out a bunch of colors. They're all arranged all over the place where I think I'm going to put colors at, but I went through so much. I mean, a lot of nail polish. There's a lot of nail polish on this board. I just went with it. Got a big stack behind me, and as I started to empty the board, I just tried to replicate the patterns that I was using. Tried to remember how I wanted the colors to feel and where I wanted that feeling to be. So I used these big glass flecks. Each section, each of the 7 different pours that are on this board has a glass fleck associated with it, and they're all color changing, and so depending on where you're standing at, they're different colors, and sometimes in low light conditions you can't even see them. They're just big black voids, and so they're different depending on how you look at them. I liked this section here. I thought it was a big pretty flower. I had no idea what this was going to turn into. It's really, really interesting. The colors were shifting as I was working on it. I was really nervous about, when I started this. I didn't know how this was going to turn out. I really hoped it would be fun. It was a lot of fun to pour. It was a lot of fun to pour the paint. So that's interesting. To get that stuff, the making of these patterns was very entertaining. Okay, and so this section right here marks the end of any sort of planning I had. This whole section right here is just me guessing as to how I want this part of the board to end. I've got a box of colors behind me, shifting them back and forth and looking through the colors and trying to build this particular palette in my head. Okay, and so as I end the piece here, I start to try to reflect back across. And so I keep dropping balls and stuff all over the place. And so as I get to this part here, man, I am just guessing. I've got no idea. I'm pulling. Look at that. I use a little bit of blue. I pour some off on the side. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm sliding this thing back and forth, pouring it like, what on earth? And so this turned out really trippy to me because it looks like there's this face over here on the left-hand side with like some green stuff coming out of his face. And then there's like some blue stuff, and I don't know what that is. And then there's like some fire, and there's like a demon up there. And then get over here, and it looks like dragons. And you know that's crazy because there's like purple dragons.
I know, the Texan thing was totally perfect. It was totally awesome. It just made me
I'm a
laugh
Texas
inside.
boy. And so this one turned out really trippy. I really enjoy looking at it. I see a lot of different things in it. Write down in the comments below what you think you see in it. And thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye.